Hello and welcome PTG. This is Anders of the SK Firewolves, and I'm bringing you a draft week 2 recap. I'm here with the Mid Valley Meows run by Devon.
Hi, hello, meow, meow, meow.
Alright, and we're doing a recap for week 2. We'll start with the Cyan division. This was the match results. Do you want to go over them?
Yeah, sure. Match results. We have the results pulled up. Uh, we had the first one was the Slow Pokers versus the Rilla Boomers. That's Jamie and Scotty.
Yeah.
I actually watched Jamie's week 3 match in the shower earlier today. I know
Yeah.
that's not really pertinent, but like
I've seen his
I
week 3
like,
match
dude,
too.
my iPhone 12 is waterproof. I gotta use it. um, um, but the match versus Scotty, Jamie pulled that one out. That was I
we'll,
watched
we'll,
that one at the start of the week. I
We'll
watched that
we'll
one when it
we'll
broke.
go over the actual match itself in a bit. When
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Actual matches in a bit. Yeah. Let's
yes,
just go over it. Jamie versus Scotty. Jamie wins 1-3. It did go to timer. Never a big fan, but happens. Next we have PRG.
the
Who
Puerto
was
Rican
PRG?
Greninjas,
Puerto Rican Greninjas versus Christian
Christian versus Jay.
versus Jay. Yeah, Christian hasn't won yet. That was 0-3. Match in Jay's favor. Yeah. Then we have the Ankara Arcanines versus the SK Firewolves, a 6-4
That's
match,
me. Yeah,
and yeah, we'll
we'll
talk
talk
about
about
that.
that.
We got myself, the Mid Valley Meowths, versus the
Pokechill.
PC. Oh, Poke and Chill. Okay, yeah. We'll talk about
We'll
that
talk
one
about
too.
that
Also a timer match. Then we have the Ottawa Superiors versus the Holy Crusaders. Vinny pulled it out in the end with a 2-0 win. That was a really exciting match to watch.
Yeah.
Then we're going to go over to Anders to go over the magenta matches really
Sure.
quick.
I shall do that. And they are
Yeah,
over.
I swear we're not rushing this time, right?
What? Oh my god, this arrow. Okay, this will do. So this is the Magenta division. We have the Brooklyn Mantiques versus the Ohio Oshawotts. With the Ohio Oshawotts winning 3-0. They are also both of them from the old SSGB group, so that's kind of fun. Interesting, they've had the first 2 rounds was the SSGB guys versus each other as well. Then we had the Nevada County Caterpies versus the London Lucarios. Andy pulling it out of the bag there with the 5-0 win. We have the Birmingham Buzzwolves versus the Anaheim Appletons, a clean 6-0. We have the Mighty Psyducks versus the Australian Alakazams, the Battle of the Aussies, 4-0 in the Ducks' favour. And then we have the Washington Weezings versus the Fire Corviknights with 2-0 to the
It's the Blackfire Archeops actually.
Oh, what I was saying Corviknights, wasn't I?
Yeah, yeah.
The old days. So in round 3, we're going to see the Ohio Oshawotts versus the Nevada County Caterpies. This should be a big match. I believe both sets have won all 2 of their matches, both of their matches. We have the Brooklyn Mantiques versus the Birmingham Buzzwolves, the London Lucarios versus the Mighty Psyducks, Anaheim Appletons versus Washington Weezings, and the Australian Alakazams versus the Fire Archeops. Back on the Cyan division. I hate spreadsheets.
That's nice. That's some good spreadsheets. Good job.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Next week we have the match I watched in the shower. Brilla Boomers versus Puerto Rican Greninjas.
No spoilers.
That's a pretty hype match. Was
Yeah.
really excited. Really good.
Give it a watch. I've seen it too. It's definitely a hype match.
Yeah.
For
We
those who
have
haven't seen, sorry, I'm just going to give a shout out. For those who haven't seen, the Reader Boomers have a really nice recording set up, and he always does great commentary. So definitely be sure to watch it. That's my
worth
shout
watching.
out.
Like really good stuff. Like high ball. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Like again, I was watching it before I got in the shower and I didn't stop watching. So
Yeah.
like it's good stuff. we got the Slow Pokers versus the Ankara Arcanines. Scotty being all aggro and Harun, right?
Yeah.
Harun's Ankara, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
Harun being the bulk, the
Yes.
thickest of teams.
Thick.
We've got myself, the Mid Valley Mouse, versus Jay with the Atlanta Braviaries. I hope you watch this, Jay.
He doesn't watch
Please
this.
respond. Please respond, Jay. I'm trying.
How many times have you DM'd him now?
I've only DM'd him once.
Okay.
But I also tagged him in the group chat like 5 times.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying.
This is a revenge
Yeah,
match. I'm hyped for this. I don't think I've actually beaten Vincent in a draft format. I faced him twice and I've lost both times, so I definitely want my revenge.
Vincent's a tricky one, and that's going to be a fire match as well. I'm excited. I hope to see something happen.
Something
then
will happen,
we
I'm
have
sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. PC, Poke and Chill versus THC. That's actually that's funny. Just a team lineup. Think about it.
Judging by their but judging by their chat, I think their match is like literally happening right now as we're recording this. So
nice.
That's pretty,
nice.
Hype.
Hold up. They actually need me to approve the stream. Hold on.
Oh really?
Yeah.
As we're talking. Well, I'll move on to the next section as you're doing that. So we'll talk about the matches. So I have all the matches up with the exact Pokemon they brought and the scores, so we can go over things. So this was the Reeler Boomers versus the Slowpokers. So this was a big match in favour of the Reeler Boomers. Obviously, Devon's approving that, but we're seeing...
It wasn't even there. They were lying. I just saw somebody...
Alright, so we're just talking about the Slowpokers versus the Reeler Boomers, with the big fairy Ubers facing off against each other. Xerneas and Magearna. You watched this match recently, didn't you?
Xerneas versus Magearna? Yes? No. Maybe? Which match is this?
This was
Slowpokers versus Reeler Boomers. No. I watched this match last week when they did it the first day.
I remember I watched it on that day too.
Yeah. So this game is a shadow in the back of my brain at this point. I don't really recall what happened.
I think Magearna started setting up, and I can't remember. Like it had like 2 setups, I think, if I remember correctly, and then.
It was a lot of. I distinctly recall Rotom Heat providing some pretty solid coverage there.
Yeah.
Like it was a lot of like soaking and blows back and forth. And
we can see it went to timer. So
yeah, and like basically the turning point was like I don't honestly think Xerneas was the major player. I feel like it was actually Cloyster.
Yeah.
No, it was Hitmonlee.
Cloyster. I remember Cloyster got the Mandibuzz, didn't it?
Yes, it did. Yeah, it definitely did. So. Sorry, guys.
Beginning of the week match. Here we go. So we have the Puerto Rican Greninjas versus the Atlanta Braveries. Victini is a monster. I still don't understand Lopunny as a C tier.
Whoa. So good news. Jay did trade that. That Lopunny is going out.
Did he? I didn't even get to face him and get the free easy D-Max face.
No, he did trade that out. I distinctly recall because I was like, oh, Jay watched our video. He didn't, but
what did he trade it for?
I don't remember.
Well,
I feel like I was equally unimpressed, but
so let's have a look at the trades. Week 2 trades. There's my trades, by the way. So I got Arctozolt and Abomasnow. So yeah, Puerto Rican Greninjas. That's a lot of trades. Slowking will be massive though. Slowking is so good. Standard Slowking. Jotonian.
Was I wrong? Was I wrong? Did I?
No. I'm talking about the Christian here. Week 3, so it must be week 3. I don't see him.
Oh, I could have swore he did it.
Yeah, I don't see. Let's very quickly. Definitely. Yeah, no trade.
Oh my goodness.
He's
Okay, never mind. I could
he's
have
he's
swore.
he's definitely not watching us.
Okay, yeah.
Well,
Sorry, Jay.
he won this match, so
Yeah, it worked
yeah.
well for him. This match was like, okay, no. This match was just Victini carrying the
Yeah,
load.
Victini's
Because,
done work.
like,
We haven't seen Yveltal really do anything yet.
true. Like, this match,
So
like, we
Valiant.
both trialed Christian for it, didn't
Yeah,
we?
we did.
Yeah. And, like, in trials, Victini just, like, heckin' tore Christian apart. There wasn't a thing Christian could do.
Victini is the monster carrying. Wait, he hasn't updated his sheet. Jay.
Oh, heck.
Jay.
I might get a win by default this week.
I was going to be like, oh, so I'm 90% sure if I remember correctly, Victini just carried that game for Jay, which is surprising.
I'm going to tag Jay and be like, Jay, update your sheet so we can fight.
Yeah. So Christian, in my opinion, Christian actually has the best. I think Sceptile is the best D Max mon, right? I mean, like I said in the last recap video, both finalists. When we had a C tier Dynamax in season 3, or was it season 4? Either way, both finalists had D Max Sceptile.
Yeah, like
so it's
the best
so
one
good.
in the team here.
Yeah.
Like
So now
like
Christian's
Sceptile and a couple others.
Yeah, so Christian's done like a bunch of trades. So we see, I think, yeah, he's used all his trades here. So we're seeing like a vastly different team here to what it is. Like we're seeing Slowking. I think Slowking's amazing. Volcarona instead of Celesteela, I think is good because his team definitely suits the aggression more. I think having Slowking with Regenerator will be really nice. Piloswine is really nice. I think this team could do work.
Like his team was threatening before. I'm honestly like I don't know. Like I was intimidated by his team before anyway. But like the switch to a more aggressive format, I think is really going to suit Christian's play style.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to do work. I think this is going to flip his. I think we're going to see a change in the win tides for Christian.
For sure.
I hope. Because he's got Eternatus. That's arguably the best Uber.
I would disagree on it being the best, but it's definitely one of I think it's in the top 5 of this format for sure. Just having that double damage against Dynamax. The only thing that downgrades it for me, and the reason I don't rate it as highly as maybe you do, is its weakness to Psychic and its like slight speed disadvantage compared to many of the other dragons running around. It's still very fast, but
you're not wrong there.
Yeah. That's my only thing, but otherwise it's obviously like a really, really, really strong one.
All right.
So we'll go over to the next one, which is me versus Harren.
What do you have to say to us, Anders? I would like an apology, actually.
My biggest apology is my stupidest mistake. Okay, so obviously Harren just outplayed me in the match in the switching because it became a stall match. It was all about prediction. But the biggest issue I had, and I definitely could have played better around it, if I'd either given Slowbro no item, but more preferably a Dark Berry, I could have easily switched him into Drapion. But by giving him leftovers, and this is a really stupid thing. He didn't have any moves like Protect or anything that really encourages him to actually stay in for any length of time. So there was no reason for me to give him leftovers. It was just laziness that made me give him leftovers, and it cost me potentially the game, or at least it definitely caused a lot more damage because Drapion could just come in and knock off, and like all of these would have been hit hard by it. None of them wanted a knockoff. So that was really not ideal. And Urshifu was obviously my biggest counter to Drapion, normally being able to switch in really easily, but by playing really sloppily with the Urshifu and its Surging Strikes, the Rocky Helmet Amoonguss, which should have been relatively obvious, I guess, resisting both of Urshifu's stabs. I mean, between the Life Orb and the Rocky Helmet and Surging Strikes, it took him below half health, which just meant I couldn't even switch into Drapion easily of him.
No.
It cost me the game. Flareon was like happily stalling out Clefable, Torkoal, and Amoonguss. Like Flareon alone handled those three, so I was
Can
actually in a really good position.
can I cut in here real fast to
Of
say,
course.
actually, the way you've been playing Flareon has single-handedly really changed my opinion on it as in the draft format. It looks like it's a really solid file. Like it does its job really well.
Yeah.
Like I think you've unlocked the secret. Don't play Flareon offensive, play it defensive.
110 special defense is like higher than like many of the slow family. It has 130 base attack, which is the same as Garchomp. It's a monster. Like, yes, okay, so most mons that have guts want to get burnt, and obviously it's a fire type, so it can't get burnt. But being a Stormon, many people want to toxic it, so you punish people toxicking it. It gets access to Wish, Heal Bell. Oh, it's a monster. The reason that it's like so lowly ranked is because people always choose Umbreon and Sylveon over it, and even Vaporeon. Even though Flareon actually has higher defensive stats than Vaporeon, Vaporeon has that monster HP.
Yeah,
So
and that's the big thing that you generally look for in a heckin' wall.
yeah.
Big HP, big defensive stats.
But the thing
And
is, Flareon's defensive stats are higher than Vaporeon, so I think it makes up for the lack of HP. I've really enjoyed, and it being in C tier is super nice.
Yeah,
And
I'm honestly interested in like trying to get my hands on one of those in a future season. Honestly, like
Yeah.
haven't seen how you played it. Like, yeah,
I'm glad you like it.
you've made me a believer.
Yeah. I'll very quickly talk about my trades. Well, we'll see. Firstly, we'll see if Harren's made any trades. So he's made some big trades that are worth talking about. So we're seeing him swap out his Marshadow for Palkia, which is like pretty massive. I thought Marshadow was actually one of his like better mons, so it's interesting to see it go. We're seeing
Marshadow doesn't fit his playstyle.
No.
Palkia, on the other
It does
hand,
suit his
does.
yeah. So we're seeing him go for like a rain team here because we're seeing Pelipper and we're seeing Dreadnought that are swapped in. So we've lost Torkoal, Rapidash, and we've seen Ludicolo, Pelipper, Clefable, not Clefable, Palkia, and Dreadnought. All of these have synergy in rain, which is like really nice. So he's got like a defense-based rain team, which is really nice because most rain teams are obviously hyper offensive. I really think this could work actually. Super nice. Dreadnought's not only obviously by being a rock type, not only does his speed double, but he has like some really nice coverage that you just don't see. Like I suppose Kabutops you see with Swift Swim, Water Rock, but yeah, no, Dreadnought's really nice. Pelipper.
You probably would have grabbed Kabutops if you hadn't grabbed it. If Andy hadn't grabbed it first.
Yeah. So I think, and D-Max Ludicolo is of course like a really nice D-Max for a rain team. If we have a look at my trades,
a little hesitant to be like, hey, this is great, just on account of Dreadnought, even with Swift Swim, which I'm not 100% sure it gets, by the way.
I'm pretty sure it does. Hold on, let me check.
It better.
You keep talking,
Even
I'll have a look.
Dreadnought with Swift Swim, like, common Scarf users are still going to outspeed him. Like, isn't his base speed like 50? He's not the fastest mon out there. So, like, I don't really feel like Swift Swim Dreadnought is a huge threat.
So, Dreadnought has base 74 speed, so that's going to 138. No, 148 with Swift Swim. And yeah, he does get Swift Swim. And
Okay.
he has a base attack of 115, which is kind of nice as well.
Okay.
He gets Head Smash. Okay, so.
Yeah, it does.
That's kind of wild.
It could be okay. Let me recant that statement. It could be good. I'm hesitant to say it's going to be good, but it could be good.
Yeah. It definitely has its issues for sure. But like super power, throat chop, waterfall, ice fang, head smash, body press, lots of nice.
It's got some decent coverage, definitely.
It's certainly not like the worst. Mon
no, by no means.
We'll briefly talk about my trades here as well. So it was actually quite a bit of a sacrifice because I really like both Piloswine and Togedemaru. but I wanted. So I noticed, especially during it was actually my match with Scotty that made me notice more so than my match with Harron, that although yes I do have aggression on my team, it's quite limited in its play style. I wanted like, of course I wanted aggression and defense, but I wanted to be able to go for the aggression route in more than one way, so people couldn't exactly predict what I was going to bring. So just by simply having a Bomber Snow and Arctozolt, it's like, that's a game winning combo if you can pull it off potentially.
Yeah.
Which is really nice.
Fun bit of Arctozolt trivia I got this year. Arctozolt is the only Pokemon to be banned in 3 Smogon tiers so far this generation.
Yeah, I saw that video too. It was actually I like that one.
Yeah, it was a good one.
But then, so I also traded out Kangaskhan for Driftblim. This was simply just because the Snoms, is it the Snoms? No, Pokechill, that's what they're called. Their logo was the Snom. Dropped it. Driftblim is genuinely one of the best Dynamax mons. Normally, because of the team balance, like with Calyrex and other stuff, I kind of wanted the normal and Ghost combo, which I do kind of have with Indeedee as well, but...
Bruh, I got some great Driftblim advice to toss at you after we're done with this, because I use that to great success in the C-Max tier.
It's so good. So the minute that it got dropped, like literally it was 3 minutes between Pokechill dropping it and me trading for it, because it's so good. Like, Unburden in the Dynamax tier is just stupid good, but like even when like it goes down, so it gets access to like all the boosting moves that you want. It can be physical or special, and it gets strength sap, like a double speed strength sap. It's just wild. So that's my thinking behind getting that. But anyway, that's enough talking about that match. I got outplayed.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
No, I mean it was true. So speaking of outplayed.
Oh yeah. Yep.
You want to tell us about it?
Oh yeah, totally. So trials on paper, math wise, I had this match. Going into it, I played pretty badly. And like honestly, there are a couple switches I could have done with my party to ensure victory. Not to downplay Pokenchill's playing there. Michael did really well. If memory serves, there was one. The literal last defining moments of the game were just him outplaying me, like on top of it, outreading my moves, predicting and accounting for it. Yeah. So the win was totally 100% in his favor. Big highlights of that match for me. Leafeon got to go off a little bit, and I like seeing Leafeon go off. Is nice.
Another underrated evolution for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I know that I know the point where I lost was honestly probably around turn 2 or 3. I let Darm go down, and Darm was my biggest win condition this match.
Yeah.
And like when Darm went down, I even said it in my recording. I just let my win con go down. Maybe that's okay. I feel like in the last couple turns, if I had not clicked dig on on Leafeon and hit knockoff instead, I would have been in a better position. Would have been able to potentially switch into Heatran and soak up a flamethrower, but that was like a hey, yeah, what if?
Yeah.
No sense in dwelling on those. All in all, though, it was a pretty fun match, pretty hype, and I don't feel bad about my loss. Like, again, it's a 2-3. Like, all my losses this year have been relatively negligible. My differential isn't too bad. Yeah. So I plan on recuperating and bouncing back next week. I'm seeing a lot of people doing trades and stuff, so, like, hey, if you're watching this, just a heads up, Primarina's on the market if you're at all interested.
I will say for
And
anyone who wants to watch, it's a really good back and forth match. Like I would say you can't tell who's going to win for like the first 75% of the match. Like obviously
yeah,
you have some of those matches where you like you watch like the first minute and you're like I can tell who's going to win this.
hmm
Have you
yeah,
made
the momentum swings were huge.
for sure? Have you made any trades at all, by the way?
No, I have not.
Well, see if Pokechill has. So we're seeing. Oh yeah, of course. So I get his Drifblim, and that's the only thing.
I wish he had Archeops when he faced me.
Yeah. Yeah, you could have dealt with that. I remember you made a major misplay of your Sableye, and it would have been 3-3 if you hadn't. You could have kept that alive.
Yeah, I hit Sunny Day instead of Recover, and that was the second big lose.
I even shouted in the live stream that you were forgetting about the lagging tail as well.
Yeah. I did entirely. Like, forgetting the lagging tail really hurt me, too. Like,
Yeah.
forgetting about it entirely. I'm not Christian. I'm not used to it. I gotta see the parrot to know they're slowed down, man.
Anyway, let's quickly talk about the Ottawa Superiors versus the Holy Crusaders. So
I watched this one just a second ago.
I'll
this
let you
match
talk
was
about it then.
heckin' hype. So, I honestly, like, it felt like Vincent was in control for a good portion of the match. Although, towards the end of it, there were a couple plays. Like, there was that one point where Vincent clicks low kick on his Cinderace. And, like, I understand the thought process there, but I'm not saying I would have clicked Iron Head, but I would have clicked Iron Head. Partially because I don't think as much, and partially because, like, it honestly just seemed like a better op. Like, I would have fallen into the trap of like, yeah, he's not going to switch, and then clicked it. But beyond that, Vincent, yeah, was on top of it. Like, his team is so hard to prep for.
Yeah.
And it really showed in this match. Hassan put up a valiant fight. I got to see Turtonator do a shell smash. Didn't really do much, but you know, that was cool. And I like that he's got the Rotom fan, honestly. I feel like that's an underrated C-Max.
For sure,
it does work. Yeah. It does a lot of work. And in that fight, it did medium work. It got bodied by Doctor Who the Ditto. But that's neither here nor there. Kyurem White was cool. I like seeing that. Yeah, no. Vincent just is a really crafty player. Oh, that was the one. Rapidash went off hard in that match.
Yeah.
Like, that was the big turn point at the end was the final switch to Rapidash. Once Rapidash came out, it was game over. C-maxed and won. Easy peasy. At that point, Hassan was actually ahead of Vinny, and Vinny just flipped it around with his Rapidash.
That's pretty cool. Let's have a quick look at their kills and their trades. So if we have a look, because I know both of them have made a few. So we're seeing Sylveon, Magnezone, and Taurus go for an even trickier team. So he got Zorak. This is crazy. Having Cinderace, Ditto, and Zorak, you don't plan for this team. This team plans for you, and it messes with you. It's just crazy. So yeah, we're seeing the Galar Rapidash getting the 3 kills there. Well, so we saw Magnezone. Magnezone went for Zorak. Sylveon, that was traded. What was that traded for?
That was last week.
Yeah, I still don't remember what that was traded for, though.
It was for Weezing.
And then he got my old Togedemaru because he got rid of his Magnezone.
Was it Weezing? No, it would have had to have been Articuno. Because Weezing played one match and it didn't come to the match this week.
But I actually like Togedemaru more than Magnezone, believe it or not. Magnezone may have much better stats, but the Nuzzle, the Zing Zap, the Volt Switch, the U-Turn, and especially the Sturdy just makes Togedemaru a tricky mon, more so than Magnezone. So I really like.
Also, like, there's some completely unrelated, but well, I guess sort of related. There's some pretty tricky Rapidash sets out there that kind of want to send Vinny because because I've already played him, so it's no big deal.
Send him after my match with him this week, please.
Yeah. Of course. I will wait till after. Let me know when you do that because like there's some things like there's some tricky Rapidash Galar sets that actually resulted in it getting banned from PU.
Oh really? Well, you'll remember that Rapidash Galar was actually my Dynamax mon in season 4. So I had a great experience of it. I talked to Vinny about it a bit actually. But yeah, so here we're seeing Hassan trade out his Wooper, Dusknoir and
He
Cradle.
traded he traded his Wooper out for Morgrim, and then traded his Morgrim out for Cradilly. He just burned 3 chair trades on one, like 2 trades on one mon.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So we'll go over to the Magenta division, which is annoyingly over here. Yes, I'm bad at making sheets.
No, you did a great job, Anders. Don't let
Thank
anybody
you.
tell you otherwise.
It only took 2 hours.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
All right, so we had the Brooklyn Mantykes versus the Ohio Oshawots. Tapu Fini. So we see here he didn't actually bring his Uber. This really interested me. So we see Tapu, because this was Curran Black, if I remember right. So we have Tapu Fini, Necrozma, Talonflame, Arcuno. This was won 3-0 by the Ohio Oshawots. Did you watch this match?
I did not watch this fight. I'm looking at it and I do not recognize the teams.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it was cool.
I watched it, but I don't remember anything about it. So
if memory serves, that was the match where Michael couldn't post his because he said there's too many swear words.
So we'll see if there's any highlights worth seeing. So I'm glad that it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Inteleon is so good. It's so underrated. It's so fast. Access to U-turn and stuff.
Oh yeah, it is an excellent Pokemon, and it does good work.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, this doesn't go to time, does it? What's the winning moment? So we're seeing Duskmane. Duskmane's going to do work here. He doesn't have his Uber to fight against it, so he's got the weakness policy. Does he trigger the weakness policy? Yeah, this is going to be wild.
Duskmane does what.
Here we go. Yeah.
I didn't know about Necrozma, but like the more I see it, the more I'm like, oh wow, yeah, this Pokemon is
stupid good.
Yeah.
I think it's Necrozma as well, but the weakens super effective damage against it as well. It's
yeah,
crazy. Yeah, so surely he just wins here, right?
No.
God, Scrafty is such a tank. It's unreal. That was actually one of the ones I was considering drafting. So I don't think Scrafty killed him here. Yeah, he switched. So yeah, he's just going to tank out Scrafty, switch around a bit, and what's going to finish off? So you can see Cryogonal doing work here, look. I love Cryogonal. Yeah,
is it a Cryogonal sweep? Is that what flips it around?
I don't think it's sweeping. I think it's just doing chip. And then we're seeing Gallade, Dynamax, and come in at the end. I'm assuming that finishes... Yeah, that finishes them. I did watch this match, I just didn't remember much about it.
I gotcha. Well, that looks like it was a pretty nail-biting match. Pretty back and forth there.
Guys, you should watch it. There's the link.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a good match. We'll very quickly see if they did any trades. So we have the Brooklyn Mantykes. So we just saw him get rid of his Lion Galar for, I think it's Haunter or Lycanroc.
It was Lycanroc.
Yeah.
I was really I want to see him do good this season because his videos are good.
Yeah.
He didn't upload one for this week, but
I remember his intro was really cool.
Yeah.
And we're just seeing Verizon and Blastoise. I think we actually saw this last recap, so that doesn't need talking about. So here we have the Nevada County Caterpies versus the London Lucarios. This was a mad match, wasn't it? Registeel just dealt with everything.
Doing his thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Andy pointed out in the match that he had actually faced the London Lucarios before in a previous draft league, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, this was a match of Andy control.
Yeah. I remember the one thing that I will say before we talk about how great Andy is, which he is, The London Lucaris,
Yeah.
I believe, was missing 2 moves on his Calyrex Ice, and it just messed him up completely.
Yeah.
So that is worth saying.
That is definitely worth saying, because like with only like because I watched it from his like with him only having a few moves, like it just puts him in such a bad position. He had to use the Ice Lance on a thing that resists it.
Yeah, it's not ideal at all.
Like the 5-0 was by no means a result of like the London Lucario's playing. I would honestly chalk it up a lot to the Calyrex issues.
Yeah.
Because without the Calyrex operating on 4 legs, no.
I mean, I would always put my money on Andy because Andy is one of PTG's best. But I think it would have been a lot closer a match should Calyrex.
I would say a 3-0.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like watching Michael play that match, Michael played well with the resources he had.
For sure.
The Draco's ult miss, that was the biggest, absolute horrible thing for him.
Yeah.
Draco's ult missing the high horsepower on Mamoswine. No, that was that mattered a lot. That was probably that was a big part. This match was also had that in Andy's favor. Hax King doing Hax things.
Yeah.
Because that kept the Mamoswine up and let it OHKO with an earthquake right back.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Andy was that in the memo.
I think I'd agree with you with 3-0 if things had gone a little bit more evenly, shall we say. But yeah, I mean, we can see the Regigigas deal did work here. We've got like a lot of trades from Andy already. We're seeing the Snorlax and the Cradley go. Has he gone back to Absol? I swear he changed from Absol again.
No, so what happened was he never actually got. So he traded last week for. He traded this week for Absol. Like he traded to get Absol in his next match.
Yeah.
And then after he traded to Absol, Bam let Kabutops go, and then he traded Absol. So Absol's probably never going to see the field.
That's all his trades. And then he was facing against London Lucaris, and we've just seen Deontay go for. Who did he trade for Deontay?
It was an A tier.
Yeah, one of them. They're all good. Yuxi and Kabalion are really good. Deontay. Yeah, that 4 times weakness to steel hurts it hard. So
I maintain he should be switching out his Avalugg. He needs to get that thing off his team.
I think he wants to prove it to us. He responded to our last video where we underrated it.
Okay. Well, prove me wrong, boy.
Yeah, that 30 base special defense hurts it so much.
Yeah. A lot of Andy literally just like, oh yeah, that's gotta have a assault vest on it because it dies without one, so I will knock it off.
This one's just Toxic Croak sweep the game, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jamie's on fire this season. It's ridiculous.
Hardcore, yeah.
Like Jeff plays well. Jeff's a good player.
Jeff is a really good player.
Where Jeff made the mistake is Jeff literally just kind of let the Toxicroak set up.
Yeah.
He didn't really do anything about it after it finished Dynamaxing. He just kind of got bodied.
Yeah. That's it.
And, like, just James gonna lead Scarf Kyogre every week. I'm just saying it here. Like, there's no reason to not. He's literally got... He's got the best Uber. I know I said that about Eternatus, but I was lying. Like, Kyogre is so good. Kyogre's so good. Yeah.
I think you argued that Jamie has the best... Not Jamie. It is Jamie. Has the best team. Seeing the results... Jamie's normally a good player, but with this team as well, we're just seeing crazy results. So keep your eye on Jamie. I'm pretty sure...
Yeah, I do not expect him losing until week 7.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna mimic my shit from my crap from last season, where he has a near perfect season, gets into the semis, and then loses first round.
Yeah.
In the semis. That's what I'm gonna say.
We saw some trade. I don't think Jamie's done any trades. We'll very quickly check. Where are they? There we go. I don't think he made any trades. We'll very quickly check. Oh, we saw him lose. I think this was covered in the last video. So Curum's gone. But I know for a fact that where is he? Oh, there we go. Yeah, so we're seeing a lot of trades here. So he's getting Mind Chow. So he swapped out Mind Chow for Mind Chow Dynamax, which is interesting. The stab fighting is going to be really nice. I don't know if it has the stats good for Dynamaxing, but the one nice thing is most people are afraid to switch in their Dynamax just to get that chip. They want their Dynamax to be a maximum health when they use it. The nice thing about Mind Show, having that regenerator, like yes, it doesn't have great HP, and it's not normally the best user of regenerator for the simple reason that it doesn't have that much. It can't tank that much. But by having regenerator, it's not doing what most Dynamax mons is that they come in, they use all their power, and then they usually just die, right? He can Dynamax, sweep a few things, and if the situation changes, he can switch out and still keep on using it.
And further, he can just U-turn chip the whole damn match. Like, it's just good.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Especially with a choice band or life orb or something. But yeah, not much to talk about. Just Toxicroak sweep.
It was a fun match to watch if you want to watch a sweep.
Yeah. We have the Mighty Psyducks versus the Australian Alakazams here. And I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that Bam just dominated this match, didn't he? If I remember correctly.
I don't think I watched that one. Sorry, boss.
I did, but it's a while ago. Let's watch some highlights.
Yeah, we'll do Bam thing and play some of his video because I'm head admin and I'm allowing this.
Be sure to check out the videos yourselves. I remember this didn't take off if I remember correctly. This didn't do much.
Oh,
never mind.
I did watch
lied.
This video at the start of the week. Yeah,
it happened ages
This
ago,
was one of those matches where Bam was in a position where Zamazenta and Flygon just win.
Did Zamazenta do stuff? I swear, did Zamazenta even come?
Zamazenta didn't need to do stuff because Flygon did so much work.
So yeah, I did watch this match, but it was a while ago. Dan just dominated this. Stoutland, I don't think. I remember you saying this, you think Stoutland's really overrated.
Yeah, it is definitely overrated.
And then did it?
Watch. It's not even gonna kill this. Watch this. Oh, he switched. He switched. Never mind.
Yeah, he got the old.
He just
ice control.
Bam being tricky.
Guess the chandelier. Yeah, this is crazy. So what killed those two? Oh, so we have that's quite clever. We had the ice. We had the ice sand slash, which should have been called snow slash. I stand by that.
Then it would be a different Pokemon, though.
Well, they didn't. They with obviously in Alola they didn't change any of the names, but in the Galar stuff, loads of them have different names, like Berserker and stuff.
Oh, true.
But yeah, I think he just sweeps a bear tick here, right? Yeah, he just. That was a big win. Big win. Big win for Bam. I think Bam made some trades too, so we'll go over both their teams. So let's see if the Australian Alakazams made any trades. So he got rid of Landorus T. We talked about that already for Toxapex. But the Mighty Psyducks, lots of trades.
He made big trades. Mover and Shaker.
So yeah, we got rid of the Politoed. This made sense to me. He didn't need both Rain and Ice, and I think Ice suited his team a little bit better.
We told him during the draft. We told him that doing both is just too ambitious.
Yeah, too ambitious.
That's good. Top tier jokes. There you go, guys. Anders wins.
So we're seeing Aegislash come in. Aegislash is always good in drafts. Can be physical or special. Has stupid stats, stupid typing, stupid coverage. It's just a crazy one. We're seeing Politoed trace changed to Gudra. I mean, if you're not gonna have rain, it just makes sense. Politoed doesn't even like it's just there to set rain, right? It's not even. It would be PU if it didn't set rain.
I disagree. Politoed is definitely a top tier first pick Pokemon.
You're allowed to be wrong. And then
Are you kidding me? With its Perish song Whirlpool combo.
Yeah. We have Togetic and C tier. Togetic, nice Eevee-like user, gets access to Roost, gets access to Serene Grace, some Thunder Wave shenanigans. Yeah.
And it rhymes with Beartic.
Very true. Togetic and Beartic. Is that rhyming?
Yeah.
Does it count?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, that's count.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what a rhyme is the last sound being the same. And the last sound is the same.
But it's not. It's just. I suppose so.
It's all one word. It's not the same word. It's
yeah,
different.
no, you're right. I'm wrong. I'm just stupid.
Yeah, I know.
So we have the Fire Archeops here versus the Washington Weezings.
It's an awkward rhyme.
I remember Raichu Alola doing stuff here.
Oh, yeah. I watched this match.
Yeah.
I watched this a second ago. So, what I can say about this. Good play on Michael's part with the Moltres trying to, what I assume. So, other guy, who was it? WW?
That's Marquise.
Washington Weezings. Marquise, yeah. Marcus. So, Washington Weezings. They led Pheromosa. Michael of the Archeops, our defeatist boy, led with Moltres. Really good play because Pheromosa U-turned. It did not proc the burn, but we all know Moltres has Flame Body, and I was like, yeah, that's a really good play. And like as a whole, Michael didn't really have like complete control. There were some massive momentum swings in this match.
Yeah.
Dragapult was a mover. Dragapult did work.
Yeah.
And the real thing that clutched it at the end was the Alolan Raichu D-Max and like surfing on the Tapu Koko terrain. Like that was the big change at the end. Both Heliolisk and Tapu Bulu did some work.
Wait, Raichu? What do you mean Raichu Alola D-Maxing? It shouldn't D-Max, right? It's not his D-Max one.
Yeah, it was.
It's not.
Did it D-Max?
I don't think it did.
Oh, okay, then it didn't.
Well,
my brain is just filling in the blanks.
I think it just literally came in and like surfed its way to victory. Yeah, so no.
Yeah.
Because he didn't actually bring his D-Max one here.
Might be.
No, it's fine. I just wanted to check that none of the rules had been broken. But yeah, that was a big match.
It was a good one. It was a fun watch.
We'll see if they made any trades. Cause I know Blackfire Archeops has. Oh, that was just a Slurpuff we've already talked about. Yeah, he traded that with Bam, didn't he? And then Bam didn't even use it, right? Does Bam still have it? Oh no, he does still have it. Okay. And then Washington Weezings, we saw him lose Vanillux also to Bam. Bam's getting all the mons. Didn't he trade Morpeko for Vanillux?
Bam's got this really stealthy way of like sending you a private message and being like, "Yo, we should exchange Pokemon, and here's why." And he'll lay out what he is offering you in the best light possible. It's all a play. It's all a ploy. He's just preying on your naivety. Yeah. I've seen him admit to it. He's been like. When he snagged Darm from somebody like 2 seasons ago, he was like, ha ha.
So he'll
like a big overcoat of like splotches and shit.
So here we have the kill leaderboard. Obviously I've only got 4 mons here. Like, so we have the quick reason for why we only have 4 mons is because after Registeel we have like a million mons with just 3 kills. So until we start seeing some like more individual, because at that point it'll just be me picking whoever my favorite people are to put them in the kill leaderboard. So to avoid that, we're just doing when it's more obvious. So like 5 or higher for now. So we're seeing I mean, none of these have died yet, which is a crazy thing, right? So we're seeing two
Yeah.
Dynamax Mons at the top, which isn't that surprising. We're seeing the Hitmonlee and the Toxicroak for joint first place with 7-0. That's only after 2 games, which is just crazy.
Yeah, those two are going to be very comfortable in their position. Like, there's not really any big surprises in the top 4 apart from Registeel.
Registeel surprises me a little bit.
Yeah,
like,
Registeel's
a wall.
Registeel a huge surprise.
You don't
Registeel
sweep
doesn't
with Registeel.
kill
He
things.
toxics things.
No. So, hey, here in PTG, we sweep with Registeel.
It's great. Good job, Andy. But yeah, no, this is a cool leaderboard.
I'm not saying I want Registeel to be our like competitive mascot going forward, but with the amount of times I've seen the Registeel body press, like defensive pressure play, pulled by our best players, no, Registeel is totally our competitive mascot.
Yeah.
Defensive pressure,
so,
ironically.
No surprise to see Jamie comfortably in the lead here on the leaderboard. So this is for the Cyan division. So a differential of 7, which is crazy. Pokechill, a differential of 4. The Ottawa Superior's differential of 3. So these are all the free 2-0s. And then for the 1-1s...
Real big shout out to Pokechill being a new person to draft and placing in the top seed.
Yeah, did great. Second place. We'll see how they are at the end of the season, but it's really impressive. We'll see how that goes. It's only second week results so far, so we'll really... I'm keeping an eye open. We've got the Holy Crusaders, myself at 0, Ankara Arcanines at -1, the Atlanta Braveries at -2. That's all our 1-1s. So we're all super close within each other. So that can go anyway. Then for the 0-2s, you have yourself, the Slowpokers, and the Puerto Rican Greninjas. The thing is that none of these are so low that you can't recover them, right?
I'd say it's still very... Like, it's week 2. It's still anyone's match.
Anyone's match, yeah, for sure. But -6 isn't even that bad for... like, you can have, like, a lot worse, a 2-week start lead.
I have ended the season at -6 and gotten to playoffs, so...
Yeah, exactly. So, we'll go on to the Magenta division. So, no surprise there, the Birmingham Buzzwalls at +11. But look at this, +11. It's wild. We don't even get to +7 until their 4th spot. That's our number 1 spot in the Cyan division, and that's their 4th. We're seeing a much bigger difference here.
Holy crap!
Yeah, did you not notice this? This is wild. So
it's like one division is balanced on relatively equal skill levels.
So this is the A division. This is the B division.
This is the watch Andy, Bam, and Jamie stomp a division.
Don't forget the higher Oshawott.
Oh yeah. Paul too. Good job.
So we're seeing Jamie at +11, Nevada County Caterpies with the +10, a higher Oshawott +9.
With a D tier team.
Yeah. The Mighty Psyducks at +7, the Brooklyn Mantikes at -2. Bearing in mind, at -2, he's still in the playoffs, which is just crazy. The Fire Corviknights at 1-1, -3, still in playoffs. This is what happens when you have such a wide diversity in the scores. We have the Washington Weezings at -5, the Anaheim Appletons at -7. So we're only at 8th, and the points are now lower than our 10th spot. It's just wild. And this is Jeff. Jeff is like one of the. This is such a crazy draft. I'm loving it. The Australian Alakazam.
Good way to send off Sword and Shield. Ha ha ha.
Yeah. The Australian Alakazams and the London Lucarios. This is wild. I mean, I still think anyone here can recover, but this is a much bigger gap than this.
Like, recovering in the B tier is like recovering up to 6th place at best.
Yeah. So, that's us. With that done. The leaderboards. Do you have any predictions or any? Oh, I suppose we should do predictions for.
Let's flip back over to those matches. Round 3. Real quick, I'll just rattle them off for Cyan.
Don't reveal this.
I'm not
'cause
going
we
to
know
predict
this
that one because I've seen it.
Yeah.
Slow Pokers versus Ankara. I want to see Scotty win, so Scotty, it's on you. Atlanta Braviaries versus me. I might win by default. SK Firewolves versus Ottawa Superiors. Anders, I want you to beat Vinny in the comeback. Get that revenge. However, I feel realistically Vince's going to win. Sorry, Anders.
That's okay. I'll take it personally.
Thank you. I really hope you're able to stop him. I believe in you. Like, I hope you win, but I don't think you'll win.
Wow.
There we go.
Wow. And Vinny doesn't even have a belt.
Yeah,
Neither do I
right?
yet, technically.
Well, those emus are preventing your belt, bro. But then we got the Poke and Chill versus THC. Yeah, Poke and Chill's gonna mop.
You reckon? I think Hassan's pretty good.
Hassan's good, but
Poke and Chill is
honestly
doing really good. So my money's on Poke and Chill too. But like, I think it's
like I don't. I'm not gonna give an exact readout, but I expect at worst 3-0. Like not to poop on Hassan because like Hassan does have a solid team and he plays well.
Yeah.
Just having faced Poke and Chill, he keeps his cool, and that is a big thing.
Yeah. All right, I'll quickly go over these ones then. The Ohio Oshawas versus Nevada County Capitals. This is going to be a really close match. I'll put my money on Andy. Oh wait, didn't they just battle? I haven't seen the match yet. No, they haven't yet. I'll put my money on Andy because Andy's a previous draft champ. He's been in the finals multiple times and is just one of our best players. But I definitely think this is one that he could lose.
That's going to be one of the best matches of the season. Yeah. That's why, like, they're both undefeated. All of the matches between the top three on like the top four on the Magenta division are going to be such massive hype battles.
Yeah, for sure. I don't see this going to the timer.
No.
Brooklyn Mantiques versus Birmingham Buzzwolves. Of course, I'll give to the Buzzwolves just because the performance he's been doing has been absolutely madness recently.
Kyogre, bro.
Yeah, Mighty Psyducks versus London Lucarios. Yeah, Bam's also been popping off. That's nothing new. So, yeah. Bam, I think, will win this one. Anaheim Appletons versus Washington Weezings. My money's on Jeff. It's Jeff. I know he hasn't won a match this season yet, but Jeff is really good. I just think his first two matches didn't go in his favour, but yeah. And then we have the Australian Alex Zams versus the Fire Corviknights. This is going to be a big match in the other direction. I'm going to put my money on the Fire Corviknights.
I'm gonna say the Aussies because I want to see them win.
Mm-hmm.
Not to cut in on your predictions.
Yeah, no, you go. But I think, unless you had something else you think we should bring up, I think that's us, right?
No, I think that's good. Just really quick service announcement. Hassan, you're okay to post your little 3-minute videos, little screen caps. We've had it. I'm excited for next week. It's gonna be a very busy. Like I say, next week. This week. I'm hoping to get my match in on Monday. Hopefully.
Exciting.
But yeah, good times to be had. I've had a blast being here. I love chatting with you. You were definitely one of my favorite coaches. And I think unless you don't have anything else to say, I don't got anything else to say. Yeah, we good. Y'all have a good night.
Thanks for joining us again, Devon, and thank you all for watching. We'll catch you next week.